What are some of the life lessons that we can learn from playing JRPGs? What's going on, guys? It's KaliQ here today, and you guys know I like to have these in-depth conversations about some of the things that we can take away from playing these video games. Now, a lot of us play them and it takes us to another world, but sometimes that other world has an effect on our real world. And I want to go over some of the key elements that I've learned from playing a couple of JRPGs in my time and how they apply to my life today. Now, one of the first titles I want to take a look at here is SUIKODEN 3, and I want to highlight the entire game here. In this game, you take the perspective of a couple of different protagonists, and they all have their own belief systems, they all have their own viewpoints, and that's one thing that I found even today, right now in our real life, that is a hard concept, and that is a hurdle that we still have to cross when it comes to people. When it comes to meeting each other in the middle, having compassion for each other, having understanding for others, this is still an area in which we all can improve upon. So my first point would be having compassion for others. This game really taught me a lot about that concept because you can't get too far in this game without that compassion for others coming into play. There are certain key moments where this is on the opposite side of the spectrum and it's pure hatred. But then there reaches a point where in this game, everyone has to come together to understand what they're facing. They have to use that sort of relatability and compassion to look past their current problems, look past their differences and their issues they have with each other, and come together to unite for a greater cause, a greater good. And that's what really taught me a lot in this game. I went into this game feeling a certain way because of certain events. Depending on which perspective you start from, certain events will make you very upset. So a lot of us can get one track, one-minded when something or someone wrongs us. But this game slowly unravels that belief. It slowly unravels that hatred, and it becomes something beautiful. It becomes something to be proud of. So having compassion for others is extremely important, guys. Despite how our differences may separate us or divide us, there is a time where at the end of the day, we're all a one people and we should come together and act as such. Another takeaway that I've learned from JRPGs is in a world full of selfishness, be selfless. And in this particular lesson here, I'm going to take a look at Grandia 2. My main man, my favorite JRPG protagonist, Ryuldo. Now, this brother right here is a mercenary and he's kind of a hardhead. He's a bad A and he rocks on his own. He is very much to himself. He's a very strong individual. Now, you can already see how this plays out, especially being one of the JRPGs from the 90s. This man right here don't give a you know what, and I love him for that. Now, naturally, as you progress with him through the game, you can see how this personality really plays out. He's extremely selfish. He knows only what he knows. He likes only what he likes. He doesn't care about your belief. He doesn't care about your religion. None of that matters to Ryuldo. He just wants his money and he just wants to get paid. Sound familiar? That's me and you. But no, as you're playing this game and as you're going through the story of this game, you get to see Ryuldo develop. He's still himself, but the various different experiences that he have with companions and opening up to others and getting to understand their perspective a little bit more. Once he starts doing things for other people, he then realizes that there is value to selflessness. He then realizes that there are other people in the world other than himself that have goals, that have desires, that have wants, that have needs. And once he begins to fulfill some of those needs, it actually unlocks a deeper understanding in himself to where he gives himself the healing that he needs to be a better person to be around and be a better person going forward in the future. That's why I love this character. You get to watch this unfold and he is still himself. Don't worry, he doesn't turn into a goody-goody two-shoe. So if you've never played Grandia and you've heard me hyping him up, he is exactly the guy that I'm telling you he is. But he actually shows personal development and growth and character understanding, which is like how we should show once we are going out into this world, man. There's so many different people. There's so many different beliefs. Start doing other things for other people and watch how you feel. Don't do it just for their validation. Do it because it can unlock a different perspective within yourself. It can add to the amazing person that you currently are. And I know that we can be much better than we are today. So start today. Be selfless, do things for other people. People who have been asking you to do things for them, go ahead, guys. Just do it and it'll make you feel a lot better, all right? But Ryudo is a great lesson that I've taken from that. And this character really taught me a lot about doing things for other people, especially as a family man now. I don't have a choice but to embrace this. One of the last life lessons that I want to share on this video is from a game called RADIATA Stories. And this life lesson is laugh a bit. Man, the main protagonist of this game name is Jack Russell, and this character from the get-go never really takes himself too seriously. Even though he has serious aspirations like living up to being a great knight just like his father and getting into the knights and being this amazing macho hero man, ultimately that all falls short. And you know what Jack does? Instead of beat himself up about it, he was a little bummed at first. He goes and just joins the Warrior Guild, where he then proceeds to find his own foundation, his own friends, and his own comrades. And he lives into that. This character never really took himself too seriously. I mean, for goodness sake, he even has a power walk animation, but that's much like us. We often sometimes think the thing in front of us is the most serious thing in the world, and in some cases it actually is, and you should handle it accordingly. But majority of the time, 90% of the time, our worrying amounts to nothing. Our worrying is just worrying. So when you're with loved ones, when you're doing something you enjoy, don't forget to laugh a little bit. Go ahead and use that powerful emotion that we have been given. Laugh. It'll make you feel much, much better. There are so many things in life where we may have to actually be serious and we may have to actually lock in and dial in and handle our business. But the moments that you can laugh. And I don't just mean those fake laughs you're laughing when you like or you're talking to someone you don't really like. I mean a genuine, powerful, deep, ugly face laugh. And the cool thing about Jack is he still accomplished things even while being a goofball. He was still getting his recognition up, his name was still growing, and he was still handling business. And when it came time for him to actually make those hard decisions, this character was able to make those decisions. I always feel like there's something we can take from the media that we consume. So these are just a few of the things that I've taken from JRPGs over the years. Be sure to let me know what type of life lessons has transmuted into your actual life from playing a JRPG or video games in general. Thank you all for supporting the channel. I hope y'all like content like this. I have a lot more of it coming very, very soon. You guys stay safe. God bless. Thank you for watching the video. KaliQ out. Peace.